Is the bumblebee crazy? There's a lot of talk about bees being crazy, but what do they actually mean by that? Are they just acting crazy, or are they actually crazy? To answer that question, we need to first ask another. What do we mean by crazy? Crazy is a word that people use to describe something or someone that is not normal. But what does that mean? Normal is a word that people use to describe something or someone that is average. So if we want to know whether a bee is crazy, we need to figure out what average bee behavior is. And to do that, we're going to have to look at a specific kind of bee, the honeybee worker. Honeybee workers are the bees that you most commonly see around the hive. They read the ones that collect pollen and nectar from plants and bring it back to the hive for the colony to eat. They also defend the hive from intruders and keep it clean. Basically, they do all the work to keep the hive running smoothly. So now that we know what a typical honeybee worker does, let's take a look at the bumblebee worker. Bumblebee workers are a bit different from honeybee workers. For one thing, they don't live in hives with thousands of other bees. They live in small groups of up to a few hundred bees. They also don't collect pollen and nectar for the entire colony. They do it for themselves. Each bee is out for itself. So, when we look at the behavior of a bumblebee worker, we're looking at an individual animal acting in its own best interest. Now, let's go back to our original question. Is the bumblebee crazy? If we define crazy as not normal, then yes, the bumblebee is crazy. It doesn't live in a hive with thousands of other bees. It lives in a small group of a few hundred bees. It doesn't collect pollen and nectar for the entire colony. It collects it for itself. Each bee is out for itself. So in that sense, the bumblebee is crazy. But here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with being crazy. In fact, sometimes it can be kind of fun to be crazy. Just think about how boring life would be if everyone was normal. There would be no laughter, no joy, no excitement. So the next time someone calls you crazy, just remember that there's nothing wrong with being a little different. You may even find that being crazy makes life more fun. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe for more content.